so far. Welcome back to another edition of Doggin It. I am Molina Mike, and I am live on location. I'm not sure where I'm at, to be honest with you, because I've been all over the place. But no, I'm kidding. I'm actually live from Hard Times in Sacramento at my boy Oscar Dominguez's place, and I'm joined by Oscar. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. We're slammed.
Yeah, it's pretty busy. I would pan the camera around, but this place is packed. And this is just on the amateur side and on the tournament side. Let's talk about the festivities that you got coming up, man.
All right. Well, we got a 10,000 added one pocket going on. Starts tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be live streaming over Post Up on Facebook. Definitely come out, check it out. I got players. I got Chohan, Scott Frost, Evan Lunda, John Mora, Hunter White from South Carolina is coming.
Hunter's coming a little bit.
Chunk is coming.
He's got to think he's stealing because
he's got to have the way the best of it, right?
He might be a little nitty.
Yeah, I know. And then you got John Schmidt, Corey Dool. Who else? Alex just texted me. He might book a flight out here. He's in Texas right now.
Is he?
He's still in Austin. So he said, "Hey, I'm gonna look at flights. I might be there tomorrow. I'll let you know tonight." I'm like, "All right, well, come on."
Well,
down.
I'm sure there's a lot of curious people waiting to see if Alex is gonna be signed up because he might end up being the favorite if he does. Maybe next to Tony.
Yeah, him, Tony, and Scott.
But it's gonna be pretty good because you're playing on what standard diamonds?
Standard diamonds, 4.5-inch diamonds. We have one diamond in the corner that's about 4 1/4. It's a little bit snug where I played John Mora.
I remember. And speaking of, rumor has it you might be playing him again.
Oh, the rumor is accurate. Playing him on Monday after the tournament, playing a big set for the price of a used vehicle or a very nice.
Any details besides the price? Any details you can go and provide?
We're gonna play 10 ball. Most likely wood rack your own. Probably a race to 25 like we did
Similar to last time.
Similar to last time.
How you hitting them? Because I don't think we've seen you hit a ball since last time.
Well, I feel like I'm playing all right, just enough to step up and flip the coin, I guess. I lost 25-21, and I wasn't satisfied with the way I played. I just wasn't satisfied with the way.
I mean, I was here, and I think I probably saw you hit more balls during that set than I did the entire, whatever it was, like 8 days leading up to it.
Yeah, well, I'm busy. So, but it's all right.
It's a good thing, though.
It's a good thing, and John's good player and good action, and
he's been playing quite a bit all over the place.
All over the place. And the thing is, for me, it's like I want people to know that if they come out to Sacramento, they will get action.
Well, let's talk about that because I was in the other room, and there seems to be every table besides the tournament going on because there's a 10-ball mini going on tonight. There was action all over the place over the last few days, yourself included.
Yeah, I was playing Big Ed from Seattle, playing 2,500 a set, and then there was some action. Ed's playing Martin, a local guy, playing for a few dimes, and
all one pocket.
All one pocket, and then there's been some $1,000 one pocket, and there was 500 a set one pocket. I mean, there's every table of the 8 tables yesterday, 7 of them were for 500 or more. So, I mean, that's what I love. I mean,
is that what you were hoping to create? Because you were that road player. You were the guy who was always traveling. You were the guy who was always, itching for a score. Is that what you were, setting out to go and do? Like whenever you bought this place?
Absolutely. When I bought this place, I mean, it was kind of quiet. You had the usual guys playing $50 sets, which nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'd rather have 20 guys playing $50 sets than one guy playing for 5,000. So for me, it was about bringing the level of competition and exposing the local players to what's really out there, to show them that, hey, I can play with the Tony Chohans, or hey, when I leave Hard Times, I can compete against those other guys. Right. And I'm so comfortable there. So I want to prepare the local players for the bigger stage. And when we bought Hard Times, I always wanted to have the best tournaments, the best players. You cannot be the best pool hall without the best players, in my opinion. And if you look at from when I first bought this place to the way it is now, it's completely different. We have a chef cooking. We have.
Boy, let me tell you, if you guys ever come in, there's a few things. I mean, anything on the menu is phenomenal. And I'm not saying it because he's my boy. I'm not the most pickiest eater after being friends with him because he recommends the best places. But the food here is phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, great. And it doesn't weigh you down. I was just telling Arturo.
Yeah,
Bull Carbon. Yeah. And he's been eating the same meal every single day.
Yeah,
just stealing the bento box.
The bento box, yeah, you can't go wrong with the bento box. We got teriyaki salmon, you got beef, and it's all Angus beef. Spicy chicken, and he does homemade egg rolls. He does it here in house. He does his own sauces. I mean, it's it's pretty strong. I mean, it's hard to beat that. And
It is, and it makes for a really cool atmosphere because whenever you're waiting, you can eat on good food. There's plenty to look around here in the room, not just tonight, but over the last few nights. And, whether it's action or just good company or whatever you're looking for. What else you got going on, Oscar? Because I know there's other things that are coming up for you guys here at Hard Times.
Yeah, I mean, Hard Times. Let me see. We are in October. We got the Mob, the Sacktor showdown. Jack Murray and his wife, incredible people.
You might have just sold them out. I don't know if they're married.
Oh, they're not married. Okay,
You might have just.
I'm sorry, Jack.
You might have just caused some issues.
Yeah, Jack and his
I'm just
significant other.
Right.
Great people.
Boy, you blew that one.
I know.
No, but they're great. Rebecca and Jack are awesome.
Rebecca and Jack are
I
awesome.
met them out in Vegas. The one thing that I appreciated about them was their originality. They were
Right.
doing something that, for me anyway, that I hadn't seen anyone go and do. Big buy-ins, all amateurs, Fargo cap, and you guys are bringing out an event out here.
Yeah, we're bringing out an event out here. We got like 39 or 41 players. Last time I checked, paying 500 entry fee,
Strong.
and it's already that's unusual for people to pre-register. And I have a qualifier here that I'm going to do, a couple $50 entry fees. So a couple of the local
Well, that's
guys.
so you
can
pay
get-
the 50, try to win that to get a spot in the big
right,
one.
and I'm guaranteeing a spot. So if only 8 players show up, I had 100. If 4 players show up, I had the difference. So I'm going to do one of those, and I just feel like it's good. Give the locals a shot. I'll probably stake 2 or 3 players like I usually do.
Yeah.
Put them in action. 3,500 add 2,500 to the main event. 1,000 added mini tournament the night before.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's strong action and side pots. On 50 players, it's 25,000 and plus a 2,500, it's 27.5 payout. I mean, for a 650 and under Fargo, it's unheard of.
Yeah, I mean that's what the amateurs wanted to get their best bang for their buck, right?
Right.
And to get good value on being able to come out, have a chance to make a big score while not having to go and fade guys who haven't missed the ball in 9 months.
Right, exactly. I mean, who wants to draw Joshua Filler when you're paying a nickel entry fee? I mean, I don't.
To be honest, you're usually the guy who draws Josh
That's
Filler
usually
whenever
me,
you go
yeah,
and play
right.
majors.
Yeah.
And
No
speaking
kidding.
of, you got one coming up.
Yeah, leaving out October 9th to the U.S. Open. Matchroom Sports, the last ranking event. I'm ranked number 2. Actually, the Sandcastle's before, but I'm not playing that. No, the thing is, it's just that I my time's too valuable, so I don't enjoy the smaller events. If I'm going to leave my family, it's got to be a big event. It's got to be worth it for me.
Get it?
And
Other side of the country.
other side of the country, yeah. So I'm just going to go
Plus,
play.
it's going to be hectic for you coming up.
Yeah, I got the U.S. Open. I'm home for 2 weeks, maybe 10 days, and then I go to international, which I'm 50-50 on going still, and then we're taking off to, Vietnam.
Never been. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a great time. And the U.S. Open. I mean, you're right. It's a rankings event. It's and it's your last chance to kind of get some points. What are your thoughts on you making the team this year, man? We've talked about it a few times when I've had you on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be
But
pretty.
you're coming to the finish line, though, man.
Yeah, I'm here at the finish line. I mean, I put in so much work, so much sacrifice playing the events. I missed the Derby, which was the first ranking event, and then I went to the Expo. I got 5th. And then I went to the UK Open and the European Open. I got top 24 cash in both. I've never not cashed in a single event this year. So out of all the ranking events, I've never not cashed.
Well, so
I've
let's not beat around the bush. Are you coming for the team?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to come up for the team, and I'm going to be ready because I told Desiree, I've been practicing, I've been putting in a lot of work recently. I said, I'm not going to go out on TV and make a fool out of myself. I'm going to go out there and go to win and rob them. That's why I'm going to Vietnam.
I don't want to knock any action, right? That's not what I'm about. But I've been here now for a few days, and how I talked about before, how you hadn't hit a whole lot of balls whenever I was here last time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of flipped around. It's like every time I see my guy, he's over there hitting balls, whether it's at the house or here, hitting balls, practicing with Adrian or just practicing the break, running out, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm motivated.
Yeah.
It's something different. God's blessed me more than I can ever imagine with the business and everything going on in life. It's not about the money anymore. I'm not motivated by money. I'm motivated by the love of the game, and it's hard to beat a guy who's not afraid to lose. You don't care. You're focused on playing good pool. So for me, like the Moscone Cup, I want to play good. I've never played a good Moscone, in all honesty. In 2009, I was nervous I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was way out of my element. And 17, I felt like I was on the cusp of playing the best pool of my career. 18, I played the best pool of my career. It was not even close. 2018, 2019, I was beating a lot of top players. I beat Mario He for the cash, Kazakis for the cash.
That might have been the only time I've
Albin.
seen Mario gamble.
Yeah. I beat Albin for the cash. I beat so many good players. Kiamko, I robbed him a couple times. I beat so many good players. I was playing at such a high level. And then I bought the business. And that's when I said, well, you got to grow up, right? But now that the business is doing well, and
but that's a good thing because you ain't depending on anybody.
Right. I don't have to win.
Right.
I don't have to make that score. So that stress is not there. And that peace of mind is nice when you know your bills are paid without needing to cash to go to the next event.
So put a percentage on it. Where's your game at right now?
Compared to 2018 Oscar, I feel like I'm about 85, 90%. I'm almost there. I feel like I'm making the turn. I know come December I'll be ready. That's why I'm going to Vietnam. That's why I'm going to go out there and play like 6 guys for 5,000 a piece. I got like 4 other guys who are going to play me for 3,000 a piece. It's all guaranteed, all lined up. There's one guy that plays unbelievable, Hong Sao. He beat Shane Van Boning 9-0 in a tournament. So the guy plays like he's a monster out there. I saw him beat Beato on the stream. The guy plays real strong. So I'm hoping I can beat the other guys to bankroll the other one. But I mean, I'm going to go out there and try to chop their heads off and have fun and play 16 hours a day, gamble until my feet explode, and we're going to have fun too.
It's going to be a lot of pool. I've never been out of the country, so I'm excited. And
you never been out of the country?
No, man. I'm barely getting my passport. Yeah,
Shit.
I've never been. It's my first time.
This is a hell of a. We're gonna have
I'm just
fun.
saying. And I'm looking forward to it. Trust me.
We're gonna extend the trip a few days. I'm gonna tell Mama Bear, like, honey, you got to hold the fort down a few more days.
The house is gonna be burned down for sure.
I know, with the kids. Mike's staying in our guest room right now, and he gets a taste of what my kids are like.
Oh no! Trust me, I'm in paradise. I've never been treated so well being out anywhere. Honestly, I appreciate it. So let's circle back to the tournament. One pocket, $10,000 added. Mm-hmm. Let's give a shout out to some of the sponsors that have helped put this on, because I know it's not just you guys.
Right. Joe Long from Louisiana and Greg Sullivan added $5,000 with me. So I had 5. Greg's here. Greg made the trip out here.
I'm gonna get Greg on this show. I went to go and pick him up from the airport because my man was busy, mm-hmm. and I was a little bit nervous because Greg's a legend of the game, and I didn't realize what he really meant to pool until I talked to him.
Right.
Like, I didn't realize all those things about the game that you take for granted, whether it's the cloth you use now, the balls, the table, all these things that you're just used to being the standard. I didn't realize Greg was such a big part of it. Huge part of it.
Huge part of it.
It was the best, probably the best lunch of my life. No disrespect, but Greg was amazing company, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get him on and just share some stories. He's got a lot of love for One Pocket, man. That was one thing that I really took away. Like now, where he's kind of like you in the sense that he's not working as much to go and crack a nut. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's retired. He's relaxed now.
Yeah, exactly. He just had a stroke, and God bless him for that. Trying to work through it. But he's got a lot of love for the game, and you can still see it. And I want to bring him on and just chat with him. And I'm gonna be going live throughout the whole week. And Collins over at Post Up is gonna be having the stream, so you guys make sure and go like that page. I'll go share the page on Windows Open and a few other of my social medias. We got a queue up for raffle as well. I wish I had a picture of it, but it's apprentice queue. And you want to talk about that?
Yeah, Phil's actually an engineer for the Intel Corporation. I mean, he's a literal genius. Incredibly smart, incredibly talented. He picked up queue making a couple years ago, and then he made my wife a queue, and I was blown away at how good it played. It played unreal. He got some help from a couple of queue makers like Pete Tonkin, He's picked his brain out a lot. He's gone a few times up to his place, just understand the anatomy of a pool cue, and really, really took it head on.
He's meticulous.
He's meticulous.
And one thing that I've noticed from hanging out with Phil is just he's not going to go and settle for anything. And his name, as far as being the cue maker, it's kind of been on the fast track, and because he's friends with you, as far as getting noticed.
Right.
And so last time I came out here, I didn't bring a cue with me. So I was fortunate enough to go and hit with Desiree's cue quite a bit, and Phil built that cue. And let me tell you, the cue hit pretty sporty. So we got one up right now, raffling off. You guys at home can go and jump in on that as well. It's $10 a ticket. You can hit up this guy right here, or you can hit up this guy right here. Or what was the deal?
It was 8 for 60.
So you guys are definitely going to want to get in on that. You mentioned sponsors, and I want to shout out a few for the show as well. So, of course, 1PKT, which I'm a part of, Pool Player Podcast, Fargo Rate, you guys at Golden State Billiards and Hard Times. Also got a new one coming up just the other day, and so I want to give them a shout out as well. I'm going to be posting the video as well here, if not at the end of this one, maybe later on once we go and get done. But shout out to everyone who's been a part of helping the show be on the road, and a big part to you guys, man. You guys have been awesome and showing us a lot of love. So I want to thank you for that. But okay, so when does the event start? How long is it going to go and run? And let's talk about all that fun stuff, man.
All right. So tournament starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to try and play at least one full round on the winner side. We should go through that pretty easily. It's race to 4 and 3. So it's a good race, one pocket. You know what I mean? It's a nice,
good bang for you. What's the buy-in?
Buy-in's 2 1/4, 225.
I like it.
And it gives like a lot of the
you
local
get two barrels, right?
2 barrels. So it gives a lot of the locals an opportunity to play with the champions for 225, which I think is a steal.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. Playing race to 4 and 3. So we're adding 10,000. That's guaranteed no matter what. And we're hopefully Saturday's going to be probably the long day, and Sunday's going to be all money rounds. Hopefully last 12 players or so, last 8 to 12 players. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about this. It's great to see. I've never played a true one pocket event. I've never played a big pro one pocket event myself.
I wish I knew that before I bet on you yesterday, by the way.
So did you really bet?
No. I'm good.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell?
No.
So I'm really excited to play against them and play with them alongside them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Amar Kang, Tony Johan's cousin.
Amar's playing good.
He's a local here. He's in here every day. We got a couple of local guys, Jesse and Julio and Jerry Johnson. I mean, just some old school players.
I can't believe Jerry was considering not playing. I saw him the first time here, the last time for the Brendan.
Yeah.
The guy plays good. The old man can play.
He plays. He's 73 years old, and I am telling
very
you,
unassuming, because when I saw him there with his big ass glasses and Elmer Fudd hat, I'm thinking, what is this guy doing? And then all of a sudden
he
he's
moves
there
like
the
a
last day,
ghost.
man.
He moves unbelievable, and I mean, he plays good. He tries hard. Man. He's a grinder. I like betting on him because he's a squirrely guy.
He is, man.
He's squirrely. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited because it brings something special to the place. It keeps the energy alive. I mean, this is what it's about. I mean, you weren't here before.
No,
this is.
But I'll tell you what, dude, and this is something that not you guys in particular, because I haven't heard this from you, but guys like Steve Lingelbach, a few of the locals that I've been able to talk to, all of them have these stories of hard times in its heyday, and the way that their eyes shine and they go and light up whenever they're telling them is so dope, man.
Yeah.
I swear.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, this place is historic. I mean, I remember I was 19, 20 years old. I was playing $3,000 sets over in the corner. And I remember because there was a strip club that was open nearby. So the strippers would come in after hours. And I'm down on the ball, and a stripper wasn't wearing much clothing.
I'm shocked.
Comes in and is dancing around, and I'm down on the ball. It's like, hill. And I just get up and look. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
They tipped her pretty good, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, God. But this was back in the days, back when they used to smoke inside. I hate to age myself.
I don't miss those days at all.
No. So,
I remember one time. So when I left my town and just went smoke free, and I go up to Dallas for a couple months, and I went to forgot what it was. It was some like chain.
Fast Eddie's.
Maybe it was a Fast Eddie's.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sitting there and the bartender walks up and hands me an ashtray. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way. I felt like I was in a trap, man.
Yeah.
I was looking around. Sure enough, they were still smoking. But
They're
yeah,
still smoking.
it's funny because, and thank God I don't smoke anymore. But when I do go, man, I hate it because you get it on your clothes and everywhere else.
Gross.
It's the worst, man. So I'm really glad you guys don't have that here.
Yeah, California's been non-smoking for a while now, so thank God. But yeah, I mean, this place has been iconic. The old owners, Karen and Mike Markoulis, they've been unbelievable. They've helped me in more ways than I can imagine. During COVID, they showed they're also our landlords here. 14,000 square feet. We have 33 tables, 31 9-foot tables, 2 diamond bar tables. We got 4 dart boards. We have a beer and wine, full kitchen.
It's just a good environment.
It's a cool vibe.
I swear,
it's a cool vibe.
The last time was my first time here in California in my life. And so you kind of have like this stigma maybe, or, that you hear about it. And the first thing that I noticed coming in, walking in the pool room, number one was how clean it was. And number two was the vibe, because you caught it right as soon as you stepped foot in the door.
Right. Yeah. It's a super chill. I mean, you were here for the Brendan Crockett. We had 182 players that we finished in 2 days. And the finals finished at a decent hour, like at 10:30.
It's true. We were dead though.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, that was a crazy weekend. But now that you're here for the one pocket, hopefully you'll be coming back to some of the other events we got coming up. It's great because it adds another dimension to it. You know what I mean? I feel like when you have so many great players and you have people like yourself and.
Well, this is why I love coming out to stuff like this. I don't get to play a whole lot, but whenever I do, number one, I love seeing great pool, and number two, that if I am gonna go and play, I want to make sure I'm gonna play against someone who can go and whoop my ass or go and I'm gonna learn from, because that's how I go and appreciate the game, right? I don't want to go beat up on the guy that's gonna go and hit 3 rails like me. I want to hit the guy who's, once I miss, my inning's done and the game's over with.
Right.
I want to get punished, and so I really love that. And yeah, man, like I said, thanks a lot for having us out here. There's been we got a new sponsor, and I forgot to mention them earlier, but I know you like to do drills quite a bit. And our new sponsor is Moonlighting Billiards. Go check them out, moonlightingbilliards.com. They actually have this training tool, and I'm going to get some in hopefully in the next day or so. And I'll show you guys, and you and Adrian can go and check it out. But it's really good as far as having consistency, and we'll make a little video and we'll show you guys. So go check them out. I think they're on Facebook. Well, I know they're on Facebook as well. So start tomorrow night, $10,000 added one pocket. Greg Sullivan's here. Scott Frost is here. I think Tony's on his way. What are the names that you say again?
Evan
Corey,
Lunda, John Mora, John Schmitz.
Those guys have been known to gamble a little bit.
They've been known to gamble. I mean, we already have a couple thousand a set. A guy just walked in. He's a local. Loves to gamble it up, 500 to 2,000 a set. The roofer, unfortunately, is in Pebble Beach having the time of his life. Or else he'd be playing 2,000 a game, 3,000 a game over there. All the pro players know him.
Mac Attack said, Oscar, let's say I want to come out and train for a weekend, or a week rather. Is that an option for you?
Yes and no. Both my kids are on the spectrum, so when I'm home, I try to be home. And I got so much going on. I mean, I don't stop. I really, really burn the candle at both ends. And
I've been a witness to it.
It's tough. It's real tough for me to take on.
It's funny you said that like phrase, man. Like when you're home, you're home. Like I don't know how to do that. I don't think you know how to do that a whole lot either.
No,
because we're wired differently. We're just go from the moment we go and get up. And
I'm not good at saying no. I say yes way too much, and it's to a fault because I disappoint people. So right now, no. Unfortunately, I have to say no because realistically, my big project right now is Adrian Prasad. He's my little protege, and I take a lot of pride in him. Incredible family.
He's got a bright future and a good dude too.
Good kid. I mean, just breaks big, runs out good. He's got a lot of heart. I see him bear down for the cash. He's got all the tools. I just need to polish him up a little bit. and he's well on his way to become a champion player.
All right. So, what are your goals for the U.S. Open? And then I'll get you out of here on that.
Goals for the U.S. Open. Anything less than a win, I'm a little disappointed, but I know that there's obviously a certain degree of luck and perfect playing. So anything less than top 16, I'll be really disappointed. Yeah, I feel like.
Have you been practicing that break?
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. I feel pretty comfortable with that break. I have a pretty good technique, I think. I didn't, and I know Mickey Krause actually helped me out a little bit with it. And I was like, oh, simple enough. And I started applying to what he just said, and it worked. I'm like, oh, bastard knows what he's talking about. So, yeah, shout out to Mickey, my friend Mickey from Denmark.
Real good guy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. And it's coming up. There's just a ton of events going on. There's the event out in Florida also with Marianne and the event that Q-Tech's putting on. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of updates on that. I'm going to have Pinozo on probably tomorrow. And we're just going to be talking about just, stuff in general when it comes to pool. The news that came out as far as Zuglin and Turning Stone getting at it as a Moscone Cup ranking event, along with the Derby City coming back. And if we have Greg Sullivan on, I'm going to make sure and talk with him about that. So you guys hit the like button, hit the share, keep your notifications on, and we'll bring Oscar in as well sometime later on this weekend.
Absolutely. Sounds good, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate everything.
You.
You guys tune in. Hard Times Billiards, Sacramento on Facebook. Give us a like. Show some love. This Doggin It. Windows open.
Golden State Billiards.
GSB.